let's talk about how to complete the skills assignments. Now, skills are just what they say. Our textbook is set up so that you can follow basically a tutorial step by step through a chapter in order to complete a particular assignment. This tutorial is designed to provide specific skills for specific assignments. For instance, you might learn how to apply bulleting, or change the fonts, or change the margins in certain assignments. So with that said, what we're going to do is take a look at at the Word module. If we scroll down to the assignment section, we'll see in Chapter 6, first we have, of course, the quiz, but we then have Chapter 6 Word Skills. Okay, so submit this file as 6.1 social media project and add your name to it. Pages are from 136 to 151. Okay, now this talks about you can download, you can review this video to see how to download student data files. Most skills projects will require student data files. This one doesn't. I want to go ahead and walk through this particular assignment and give you a breakdown of the step-by-step process with how we start to how we complete this. And then we'll take a look at Chapter 7 skills as well for Word. Okay, so with that said, if we take a look at our text, and I think I've got these pages marked okay, we've got skills 6.1, if you can see that all right. Creating and editing a new document. All right, so go ahead and start at page 136, and then it says Start Word. So we'll do that. Okay, I think there we go. Now I have several recent Word documents. I've been working on this a little bit to go ahead and get the examples put together. But it says Start Word. At the Word Start screen, click blank. Okay, it just goes ahead and opens it up. In step 3, type social bookmarking. Okay. Step 4, type the text on the next page, allowing the lines to end automatically. Press enter only when indicated. So on page 137 at the top of the page, it asks us to write social bookmarking websites are used to organize, and so on and so on. Okay, so on page 137, we have step 5, which talks about using autocorrect. The example is type TEH. And you noticed when I typed TEH, press the space bar, it changes that to the correct spelling. It's a common mistake of mine anyway. So it talks about autocorrect. As we go through page 138 with steps 6 through 13, 139 steps 14 through 19, 6.2 on page 140, inserting symbols and completing a spelling and grammar check. It says with the social media project, let me back up one page. At the end of page 139, step number 19, it says click the save button on the quick access toolbar to save your document. Okay, so with this file, the next page, with this file open, step 1, with the social media project, your name document open, go ahead and do some extra steps. So go through step 2, step 3. Page 140 contains steps 1 through 6 or through 8 on 6.2. Page 141, steps 9 through 16, and we just keep going to 6.3, 6.4, 6.5, section 6.5 on page 146, section 6.6. On page 148, steps 1 through 20. 20 ends up on page 149. And then on page 150, we have formatting using styles. So that's 6.7. And then at the very end of page 151, you'll see what this page should look like. And it says at the very end, step 15 on page 151, save the document using the same name, social media project, and with styles, it can be the same name. It doesn't have to be with styles. But social media project and your name. Okay, so and what that will look like, I went ahead and created this assignment. I'm going to go out to my CS 110 homework, to Word, and social media project. Okay, and that's what this should end up looking like, is this particular document. So I wanted to go ahead and summarize that on this PowerPoint on the next slide. So this is the Chapter 6 Word Skills. This is what it looks like. This is what you should create. Again, pages 136 through 151. Follow the steps. In this specific example, there are no student data files required, and this is what that final product is. Okay, now, so with that said, I'll go ahead and close this. I don't want to save that, and I'll minimize this. The next one is Chapter 7, and that is NMSUA Summary, and then your name, pages 158 to 163. Okay, so if we go to that, that's the next skills. Remember, we're just adding skills. We're learning how to do things. So on our text, in our textbook, this is our text section. We'll just go ahead and follow the instructions. So step 1 on page 158, it says start Word and open the document NMSUA Summary. There we go. Start Word. We'll go ahead and blank document. I want to open. I'm going to browse. I'm going to go out to find it. I think it's here. School homework. Oh, wrong example, sorry. Take me a second to find it. I'm going to find it. Okay, found it. Under schoolwork, CS 110. Let's see, we're looking for the student data files. Go to student data files, Word, Chapter 7, and then NMSUA Summary. So it wants us to load that. This is the original template. Okay, so then we'll go ahead on step number 2, click the File tab, and it has us open this and then save it as NMSUA Summary, your name. Step 3, position the insertion point at the beginning of the first paragraph of text, and so on and so on. So follow each one of those steps, do exactly as it says. There are pictures associated with, what most of those steps will end up looking like, the results, and just go through those steps. So with 7.1, page 158 to 159, steps 1 through 11, and then on page 160, it's a continuation, steps 12 through 26 on page 161. On page 161, it says save the revised document using the same name, NMSUA Summary, your name, and leave the document open. And then on page 162, and it's section 7.2, adding borders and shading, go ahead. It says step 1 with the NMSUA Summary, your name document open. Go on and do a number of different things. Step 2, select the first 2 lines of the document that are the title and subtitle text, and so on and so on. So 7.2 on page 162 includes steps 1 through 11. And then page 63, steps 12 through 19. And in step 18, it says go ahead and save your document. And step 19 says close the document. And then that will complete that particular assignment. What that'll end up looking like in the end is NMSUA Summary will end up looking like this. That's what your assignment will look like. So these are the Chapter 7 Word Skills, pages 158 to 163. You will use the student data file. Remember how we loaded that. And that was NMSUA Summary .docx, and this is that final product. Okay, so with that said, we've done all of this, and we've created the Chapter 6 Word Skills. We've created the Chapter 7 Word Skills. I'm going to go ahead and submit the assignment. So the Chapter 6 Word Skills assignment. So I'm going to go to Assignments and scroll down to Chapter 6 Word Skills, submit the assignment, browse for the file. I have to go find it. It's in Homework, Word, and be sure to get the correct assignment. This is 6-1. We want to open that. We want to submit the assignment. Do the same thing for Chapter 7 and all of your other assignments. Now, if you goof up, if you mess up, and you submit the incorrect assignment or a non-complete assignment, you can go ahead and resubmit the assignment as well. So just keep that in mind. So with that, that's how to go ahead and go back to my original screen. That's how to go ahead, complete those skills assignments, and to submit those. So thank you. If you have questions or comments, let me know. Thanks.